Greetings, Legionnaires, and welcome to another episode of the Disney Duo. My name's Jimmy, and this is...
Katie!
Welcome, thank you for being here again.
Thank you.
We're shooting more of these because people seem to like them. And, as you could probably tell, Katie and I decided that we would actually go to Walt Disney World and actually sit here and do Disney Duo. As you can tell in the back, it's totally not a green screen or anything like that.
No.
Isn't that amazing? We're here right now. Oh my gosh. We should be wearing masks. Okay. Whoops. Okay, yeah, we're not really there. That's how desperate we are. Anyway, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're doing some top 3 things. We have some really fun ideas, and this one I've had for a long time. It's top 3 lift hills. What's a lift hill? Usually on a roller coaster or water attraction, you have to go up a hill, and Disney actually does a really good job with theming some of these. So we're doing it from the bottom to the top, bronze to gold. Top 3 lift hills in all of Walt Disney World.
Yes.
And this is just Walt Disney World. People be like, why didn't you mention Matterhorn? My heart.
Yes.
But it's great. Anyway, Katie, what's your bronze lift hill?
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, why?
I just think it's really pretty.
Yeah.
You know, the jewels.
Well, it's like the singing.
And the singing.
Yeah, they've got the silhouettes and stuff.
But yeah, I just think it's really cute and just kind of brings you back to your childhood a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's
it?
That's it. I mean,
I was waiting for this big oh my gosh, I love it for these reasons.
Shadows. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I know unpopular opinion for a lot of people, but I think there are some really cool elements in that. I am not a fan of the new animatronics that have the face.
All the projection faces.
The projection face.
Yeah.
I don't know, when you're close up to it, it just kind of ruins it for me. I know we weren't talking about that, but the lift hill is really cool because it brings you back to the original Disney movie, so I like that.
Yeah, nice.
How about you?
Okay, well, I didn't want to do this, but...
Oh, no.
My bronze, my number 3 is... Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
It's what's happening?
Okay, so Seven Dwarfs Mine Train... the reason I wanted to put it on this list, and all 3 of these for me are pretty close, but I want to talk about it because it makes such a cool transition. It might be one of the coolest parts of the whole ride, because you move from them singing about, digging in the mine all day, and then you get Doc who says hi-ho, and then it starts kicking off, and I really think it's the best part of the ride, because it feels like he was saying it's nostalgic. It's really cool. It makes the lift hill interesting, because sometimes lift hills can be really boring.
Yeah, that's very true.
I adore Big Thunder Mountain, and I love looking around, but sometimes on those I want to turn around in the lift hills and talk to whoever's behind me, even if I don't know them, because I'm just
yeah, for sure.
But I really enjoy that lift hill. I think it's really good. Yeah, so I agree with you completely. I wanted you to go more in depth on it, but I was like, fine, I'm going to talk about it anyway.
I will on the other ones.
Okay.
It was just kind of there because of the nostalgia factor.
Sure. All right, what's your silver?
My silver is something that I haven't seen fairly often because of the nausea rating, but Expedition Everest. It's yours too.
Why? God.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
This is good.
Sorry, these are my childhood ears, and they do not want to stay in my head because it was made for a 5-year-old. So, anyway.
Good.
Reason behind it, a couple of things. More recently, we were able to go at nighttime.
Yep.
And that was really, really cool to see that. But it's obviously the first giant lift hill. Is it the biggest one in Walt Disney World? It must be. It has to be.
I think it might be. It might be,
it's massive.
It's huge. It's really big.
There's nothing like being on a lift hill where it goes kind of in between being inside and outside.
Yeah.
And being outside and being able to kind of see around Animal Kingdom in general is so cool. Whoever, was that Joe Rohde?
Yeah, Joe Rohde and the Imagineers.
Oh, so pretty.
It's good.
And the music and stuff, even before you get to the lift hill and you kind of just go through and it's nice and calming and...
It's not part of the lift hill though.
I will.
Okay, it's all part of it.
It's part of it. It's part of it. Yeah, but that's really cool. And I like that the elements before you get up to the top and things go haywire. So it's nice and calm and
nice.
Pretty. How about you?
You gotta move over a little. You're getting cut off.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. I just want you to get cut. I'll be in post. I can't fix this. Yeah. Number 2 for me is Expedition Everest. I love it because mostly of that little building in between.
Yep.
I love it because it's got the weird music. It shows the Yeti, but an interesting deity version drawing of it. I think it's so cool, and you get to see a lot from that perspective. Like, you don't get to go up that high all the time in Disney World, so you get to look around, you get to see things, and Everest gives you a few of those types of views. But that part is it's really intense, because you start going up, and you're like, wow, I'm way up here. I didn't realize how far up I was, how quick this thing was going, because you're just way up. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, and this one in particular makes me think about, like, okay, so I'm all the way up here. I'm going to have to get down at some point.
Yep.
And so those elements, that's really cool. Just to have that preview.
It's a great, I don't know, it's just like the excellent, it's like another appetizer before the full main course again after the queue line. It's just like another, like, oh, don't forget Yeti. And I'm like,
true that.
Yeah. It's just, I think it's such an amazing queue line. Or, sorry, queue line.
Well, that and...
That too. It's amazing. Yeah, if we talk about other
I was going to say,
queue lines,
about queue line.
Lift Hill. It's just, it's so good. Expedition Everest is so good. Anyway, Katie, what's your number one? What's your gold?
It's going to be the same one.
No, it won't. I'm not going to make sure it's not.
It's going to be.
Nope.
It's Splash Mountain.
Oh, good pick.
Oh, really? Is that the same?
I was going to say it's an honorable mention. Anyway, Splash Mountain. What about Splash Mountain?
Well, that one particularly is part... I mean, not that lift hills aren't part of the ride. They obviously are because you're in the ride. But this specific lift hill has the theming, like, just set out for you.
Yeah, like Brer Frog is there,
like,
and then it's
the
done.
vultures are...
Oh.
I'm talking about that one.
Yeah, I know. I was joking, like the first lift hill with Brer Frog was sitting there.
I was like, what is happening?
It's very good.
There are... Yeah, I was going to say, there are several...
A few little lift
wait,
hills.
is there 3?
There are 3.
That ride is so long. Isn't it like 10 minutes? So you were just thinking about like all the different lift hills.
One lift hill is right before the terrifying just water splashing on your face. You're like, go, go, go!
Get out!
Like, quick, get in the shack! Get in the shack!
Yeah, but I mean, it's great. And it's like, I'll show you what happened, boys.
Nailed
it. Yeah, it's great. That's awesome. And then you get up to the top and you never know what Brer Fox is going to say to Brer Rabbit. And...
I might have to roast you. I'm going to hang you.
Well, and then let's speak about another amazing view of Magic Kingdom. That's if you were able to kind of just teeter up there for a little bit, it'd be great. Or if you got kind of stuck right at the top, you can see quite a bit, and it's beautiful, and one of the best drops too. So that's my go.
You didn't even talk about the music it plays. It's like Laughing Place reprised, and it's like this, like, and it's like. Oh no, I'm gonna die up here. Yeah.
Die up here. I'm going into the briar patch.
It's terrifying. First time I went on it, it's still scary. But I do it by myself now because I'm just like, I'm okay. I can do this. Yeah, it's great. I think it deserves it, and it probably would have been my number one, but I wanted to switch it up because I was like, I don't want to have the same.
I have no idea. What's yours?
Same thing.
What's yours?
A lift hill should be. I love doing this. A lift hill should be. Like, true anticipation. Like Everest before it. I don't know if Seven Dwarfs Mine Train does a good job, because you're already midway through the ride at that point. That's
true.
And they have a little lift hill with vultures, too. In the beginning. Not nearly as good. And I agree with Katie, by the way, with that unpopular opinion. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is fine. It's just the new hotness. I'm just going to say that right now. It's a great starter-ish roller coaster. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're going to make a roller coaster tier list at some point. And then, like, not like best, but like, what's the most intense? Like, anyway. So,
Expedition Everest, Nausea rating 15. Sorry.
Anywho,
talking like Yoda over here.
It should be great. It should be something that like it really builds for the rest of the ride. And I'm thinking about a ride that has a lift hill that isn't right at the beginning. It's a little bit after an iconic moment, a tunnel, if you will. I'm talking about Space Mountain. Once again, what a surprise!
It's not a surprise.
Space. Look at it. Look at it. Right here. Space Mountain. Okay. Why is this lift hill so good? So you go through the tunnel, right? And you're like, oh man. And then you do that bank around the corner. Watch out for the Tomorrowland Creeper. He's there. And so you're going.
Insert picture now.
And then you go. Yeah, exactly. Probably with the music.
Behind us. Right now.
Anyway, so you start going up the hill and you look over to your left, or maybe you look over to your right, and you see other people are going up too. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
there's like maybe
cool.
a countdown. I don't know. And then you see like these astronauts on. Like, you're up in space already somehow, because you've already, like, launched. And then you kind of look around, and it seems very, like, 60s or something in there. And then you drop
70s?
down into darkness, and then you're going. Like,
you're in
I love that lift hill. It's so good. Like, and I get it. The theming, I think, of Splash Mountain is the best.
Yeah.
Where Everest is better. but I love Space Mountain, and I also didn't want this list to be exactly the same.
Do you think that Expedition Everest or Space Mountain has more of an anticipation factor to it? Would you say...
Well, probably Everest.
Everest, yeah, because you just don't know.
Yeah, well, because Everest reminds you of, like, the threat. Space Mountain's like, here we go, what are you going into? I don't know. So if you're afraid of the dark, though, I think Space Mountain is the most terrifying.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
you never know what's going to happen.
I love it.
Unless you've been on it, like, a bazillion times and you know the track pretty good. But...
Yeah, I just love Space Mountain. I think that's kind of the thesis for these Disney.
Ooh, you already talked a little bit about your honorable mention.
Yeah, you can do an honorable mention. Do one. Okay. Oh, you know what she's gonna pick? Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's only when the boats go up the lift hill that no one gets to ride.
Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth technically counts.
The most massive lift hill.
We found it.
It's
it's all a lift hill.
Right. It's a lift hill, and then you go down at the end, and it's like kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going slow, but at some points you're like, if something happened to the ride. I mean, I'm sure there's locking mechanisms, but I like to play games in my head where I'm like, well, maybe.
I like to play games in my head where everything breaks down.
You just go down, like all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Anyway, here's mine.
Yeah, nice honorable mention. I was gonna say the one on the Jungle Cruise right before you go over the waterfall, but that's yeah, that's a little Jungle Cruise. That's a skipper joke for you.
Yep.
Anyway, those are our favorite lift hills that we could come up with that weren't exactly the same. What are yours? I want to hear yours. I'm sure there are a few that we forgot, or we didn't mention, or ones that people were like, does Tower of Terror count as a lift hill? Like when you go up? Not really a hill, more just like
it's not really a hill.
It's its own thing. Tower is its own thing, and I respect it. I respect it.
If it was considered that, again, sightseeing, if you were able to stay up and just like look out for a little bit longer, that would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And again, I like the ones in Big Thunder. They're just like they're pretty views, but it's not the same. Like Everest is just so good. It's so good. Anyway,
I was gonna say Thunder Mountain. Another honorable mention on that one is the goat.
The goat. Well, yeah, it's at the end of that drop. Yeah, the goat.
Wait, well, at the very beginning.
You go down and then you have to go around a corner and then look at it. I think.
Or like the one that's hunched over, kind of at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I don't think.
One. There's another one.
What's there? Oh,
they're just chilling over to the.
Maybe I'm getting confused with Disneyland. The one in Disney, they have one in Disneyland that way too.
Oh, we could talk about those, but that's in its own category.
Yes, exactly. I would say if the Disneyland Big Thunder was on here, I'd probably put that on with the Dynamite. Oh, it's so good.
I was just amazing. Say the same thing.
Honorable mention. We're breaking our own rules. Anyway, let us know what yours are. If you guys are interested in supporting the show, consider liking this video. If you've watched a few of these by now, consider subscribing because we plan on doing more of these videos in the future because we do more Disney stuff because we love Disney stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get my child's hat up here.
Gotta figure it out. We have Instagram, TikTok, and Amazon affiliate link down in the description if you want to basically use Amazon and not, or support us and somehow we get money for it. I don't understand. It's really weird. But anyway, or just share us with some friends. And we also have a Patreon, so you see those people's names popping up right here. Thank you, our $5 patrons. Thank you so much. And until next time, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate it.
And remember to...
adapt and...
overcome!
Bye!